All right, for those parents and non-parents, maybe future parents thinking of relocating to Salt Lake City, specifically West Jordan, I've got something really important for you to watch. I get asked this question a lot. Schools, how are they? How are the people within them? Well, I'll tell you what, instead of me talking about exactly how these schools are or what I think they are, I decided that I would go down and talk with the school board superintendent, Anthony Godfrey. Absolutely incredible man. Not only was it a great interview, I myself learned a lot about the programs within that school district. And I've got to say, it's incredible. I look forward to actually sending my son there. Along with that interview, I also had the pleasure of sitting down with more locals within the community, specifically outside in Salt Lake. I know how it is moving to a new location, not really knowing where to go or who to visit for certain things that you need to feel good or shopping or whatever have you. So we'll do those interviews as well. And then at the end, I'm going to touch on the market itself, talk about some of the things that are happening here locally, what you can expect, what are the trends, prices and things of that nature. Because I am a data freak and I absolutely love talking about it. And I want you guys to be savvy buyers and sellers. And I feel that's probably the best way to make it happen. So let's go ahead and jump into that first interview and then we'll get on to everything else. So I'm actually on my way to meet with Anthony Godfrey, the superintendent for Jordan School District. He has been in office, or at least had this position, since 2019. There's about 67 schools that he's in charge of, and in those 67 schools, there's roughly 60,000 kids or children. I got a little bit of a drive, and I will see you here shortly, and we'll get the conversation going. So we're joined here with Anthony Godfrey, the superintendent for Jordan District. I'm so grateful that you took your time out of your day to be with us.
My pleasure. Yeah, awesome. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. During your tenure, what are one or two of some of the biggest things that you feel made the most impact on the level of education within for the kids within your school district?
In the last few years, we started a new Walk to Read reading program. It's a very surgical program that focuses on very specific skills that students need to improve their reading. It's specifically focused grades K-3, but it's for all elementary students. And it really allows us to get some of the best scores we've had when it comes to kindergarten, first, second, and third grade reading scores. We have better reading scores in kindergarten this year than we've ever had.
That's
and
incredible.
We've been around for over 100 years.
That's incredible.
So it's really great to see that effort from teachers pay off. Parents have been very supportive, and the kids have done a fantastic job.
That's incredible. Yeah, see, and this is exactly why we go to the professionals, because they know exactly what's going on. I'm just a real estate agent. So as far as South Jordan or Jordan District itself, how does it stack up against the districts within Utah and also nationally?
Well, we have very high scores, and our scores are increasing. I would say where we stack up the very best is in the range of offerings that we make available to students. We have dual language immersion for students first grade through ninth grade. So they're able to learn a language by having half of their lessons in that target language. So if you're learning Chinese, in the morning you receive instruction in English, and in the afternoon you receive instruction in Chinese from a speaker who never speaks English to you. So you're immersed in that language, and you learn other subjects in the language. So you'll learn math in the target language. We have career and technical education classes that are available from 7th grade through 12th grade. And you can graduate with a certificate. You can be ready to be a welder, to work in a nail salon, to be a medical assistant. There are all kinds of opportunities that way.
So vocational programs and stuff like
Absolutely.
that. I'm glad you said graduation. So as far as like graduation rates, how are you guys, in that aspect, and preparing kids for school or college as well?
Our graduation rates are, again, higher than they've ever been, in the 90s. And for those who may struggle, we have Valley High School, which is our alternative high school, which helps give kids a leg up. Sometimes things haven't worked out. There's a place to go and get some great help, really connect with people who are ready to get you across the finish line.
That's incredible. It sounds like you're doing a great job.
There are lots of chances for students with any interest to really find their place in Jordan School District and excel. We have every team that is endorsed or available through the Utah High School Activities Association. We offer every single sport that's available.
Awesome.
We have all kinds of extracurricular activities. The arts are flourishing. We just spent a lot of money increasing availability of instruments in the middle school for our band and orchestra. That's in every school across the district because we want to be sure that students have opportunities early on. So arts, extracurricular, career and technical education. We have all kinds of advanced placement and concurrent enrollment classes. We offer more of those all the time. And we have more students graduating with college credit than ever before.
That's incredible.
You can even graduate with an associate's degree if you plan out your high school schedule. Yes, right here in this district at a very low cost. So you graduate from high school, you have an associate's, and you really have a head start on a college education.
And we all know that the cost of education has gone through the roof, so that is a huge bonus.
It's a big help.
So with incoming parents into the districts from maybe all over the U.S., what are a couple of the programs that these parents should definitely know about?
One of the things we have available is a virtual academy. We have a K-12 academy. So we have our K-6 elementary school, grade 7th and 8th middle school, and our 9 through 12 high school. We have 3 separate online schools. And what's great about that is it offers some flexibility. At the elementary level, students may be sick or they may have things going on in their life. You may move in partway through the year. You can start school virtually. And what's great about that is that there's actually more individual attention that a student can receive from a teacher if you're learning virtually sometimes, because we don't stack those classes extremely large.
Right.
We have set times during the day where there's a synchronous instruction and you can log on and you're live with your teacher. But if you need to access that instruction asynchronously, it's recorded and you're able to access it at a later time.
And that's great. I feel like it gives each kid that might learn a little bit different,
right,
a better way to adapt and or achieve a little bit more in his life.
Now they can pace their learning to their
right.
own needs and their own level of preparedness. Grade 7 through 12, you can take a partial schedule. So say that you struggle in the mornings, you can take those first classes in the morning virtually, and you're at your brick and mortar school a little later in the day, but you're still getting great instruction on your time, on your schedule. So there's a lot of flexibility. There are a lot of opportunities for parents and students to customize education so it meets the individual needs of the student.
What really started kind of that movement there? What was the driving force that really made you guys dive into that?
For many years, we had virtual classes available at the high school level.
Right.
And then through COVID, everyone was forced to go virtual.
Mm-hmm.
And so every parent, every family had kind of a sample of online learning. Mm-hmm. And it absolutely was not for everyone. But there are some people who said, hey, wait a second, I'm really learning more effectively this way. I like this.
Okay.
And we have enough students, even years later, who are interested in continuing their education that way, that we've been able to have, we have 3 principals, 3 faculties. They have in-person activities on a regular basis. It's really a growing community and a strong community and a great support to students who want to learn in a different way.
That's awesome. All right, I've got one final question. This is like the fun one, I guess I would say. Lastly, okay, so what's your favorite part of West Jordan? And then maybe what's your favorite activity to do here or place to eat?
Oh, my favorite place to eat in West Jordan. Wow. Enjoy Chinese.
Enjoy Chinese.
Enjoy Chinese.
Check that out.
Don't miss Enjoy Chinese. It's really affordable. And I'd been eating there for lunch for a long time. And so my family had never really been there. And then the other night I took them over there and they love it. They're big fans. So enjoy Chinese. And that overlaps with my favorite thing to do in West Jordan because really food is the main focus for me.
Food is the main focus.
But there are lots of great places to eat. It's a great community.
Right.
And the city puts on some wonderful events. Veterans Park, Veterans Memorial Park
is amazing.
Is a great place to be. The Veridian Center and the library there, right by City Hall. It's a great place to be.
Gardner Village, have you been there?
Gardner Village, that's right. There's dinner with a magician and with Mystique Dining, I believe it's called. Yeah. And so lots of opportunities in West Jordan, a growing community, wonderful schools, wonderful people that I've met over the years, and a great association with the city and the citizens. So
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. I greatly appreciate your time, my friend.
Thank you very much.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Hopefully you guys got some really good value out of that. This guy is amazing. This school district sounds amazing. So thank you so very much.
Great, my pleasure.
So I'm joined here with the owner of Shades of Honey, Shonda Tolstrup. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me a little bit about your business here.
We are in Murray. We're located at 4700 South, 900 East. We're in Suite 22. We've been here as Shades of Honey since 2019. We specialize in hair extensions mostly and really great color.
Really great color. So I see you have a lot of gals back here. So tell me a little bit about some of the other things like, so you said hair extensions and...
We have nails, Polished by Maya is her name, and they are incredible.
So if the ladies want to get in contact with you, how do we go about doing that? Because I want to make sure everybody comes to you guys.
You can go to our Instagram, which is Shades of Honey, or our Facebook, or you can call us at 801-747-2525, and we can get you in touch with a stylist that would work with you.
I also understand that you're looking for new stylists as well?
We are always looking for a new stylist to come join our booth rental.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a new home to, a facility
Join
or whatever,
us.
join us. Yeah, by all means. Well, I greatly appreciate your time here.
Thank you,
it was a pleasure
Edward.
speaking with you. This is your gal, visitor. All right, gentlemen, just like I promised, I would have somebody for you as well, because I know how it is going to a new area and trying to find somebody handy with the clippers. So I want to introduce you to Cameron Dean, the owner of Dark Matter Barber. So tell me a little bit about the services you provide here.
Yeah, totally. So I run a full independent barber studio here in Draper, Utah. I offer anything barber related, right? So shaves, cuts, scissor work, anything along the lines of that, and I hold some good product too here in Draper.
Awesome. And so how long have you actually been cutting hair in the Draper area and actually just in general? How long have you been doing
so
this?
I've been doing this for about 6.5, going on 7 years.
Experienced.
Locally in Draper, it's been about 3 years. I love the Draper area and I continue to stay here.
There's something special about this barber. So I heard about a special project that you did not long ago, and you were actually you were featured on the local news too, right?
Yep.
So tell us about that, because this is super cool.
Yeah. So I used to go out, make videos with my buddies, and we used to go out and I would offer haircuts to the homeless. And I guess people less fortunate, right? I would go out and just post up right there on the street in Salt Lake and find a few people and do their hair for them.
Take care of them right then and there.
Right there on the street, yeah.
See, so this is what I mean. We always have to support the people that are good to the community, and he's somebody that I believe is really good to the community. So where can they actually find you to book a hair appointment?
So you can find me on Google at Dark Matter Barber. You can also Google barbershops in Draper, and I do pop up on there. You can also find me on my Instagram. It's @thedean_cam. So you can find me on there.
Put that down here.
Yeah, you can find me on there, and then there's a booking link right in my bio that you can click on, and it will take you right to it.
I appreciate you joining me. So this is your guy. So come visit him. He'll take care of you.
Sweet.
Hey, I really hope you actually enjoyed those interviews. It's always really nice. I always enjoy meeting with people in the community, especially the community leaders, because not only do I teach you guys stuff, I get to learn as well. So it's always incredibly rewarding. I mentioned that we're probably going to talk a little bit about the market, and that's what I want to do right now. I know numbers can be boring at times, but they make you a really good buyer. So a lot of what I'm going to talk about right now in the Salt Lake City area is going to be single family homes, townhomes, and condos, specifically in the 300,000 to 500,000 range, because that is where about 80% of Americans are going to be shopping. So we will start there with what everybody most likely will be inside of. If you actually look at inventory in Salt Lake County, active listings is about maybe 50% of its normal range, or the pre-pandemic. And you can see that in that slide there. Months of inventory are still hanging right around that 2 to 2.5 months of inventory available. So what does that mean? So when I say 2 to 2.5 months, that's obviously the amount of homes that are available on the market. But what does it mean on the actual price and kind of the health of the market? So anywhere from about a 5 to 6 month supply is a little bit better or a more balanced market. So in a 2.5 month supply, we're more in a seller's market because there's not a lot of inventory, clearly. So we're sitting right around that 2 to 2.5 range. New listings did come up a little bit, so that's good. But if you look at the macro level of the Salt Lake County area, that's maybe about 10 homes that we gained over the last little bit. We'll kind of see what happens. We'll monitor that as it progresses. With that small bump in inventory, price per square foot actually continues to rise. I think it went up a couple percent, And it actually sits right now as of this week at $273 a square foot. I remember not long ago, it was like $250 a square foot. Mortgage rates, we'll touch on that briefly. Mortgage rates still stay roughly the same. There's a lot of volatility in the market. And volatility means it's just kind of going all over the place. After the federal chair had their meeting, we did see rates kind of go up a little bit because there's some uncertainty that happened there through some of the things that were said. It doesn't seem like we're going to get a lot of the rate cuts very early in the year, but it is what it is. We'll just kind of work within the confines of the actual market that we currently have right now. Well, that concludes a lot of my data that I wanted to bring to your guys' attention. If you have any questions about anything that I talked about, one of those topics, or want to dive into more of that so you can be a really well-informed buyer, my information is below. I also have my website where it's got mortgage calculators and a bunch of new listings that are updated with every 5 minutes. So you're going to find the newest, most latest information on that website. So feel free to contact me or head over to my website and check it out. And up next, my favorite listings of the week. So that about wraps up everything that I wanted to touch on this week, but you're going to want to stay tuned because next week I move on to South Jordan and start talking with a lot of the leaders and some of the things that are happening in that community and showing you what is going on there. So love y'all. God bless. Have a great day.